It's best bets. It's best bets. It's time for all the best bets.
God, that's a good song. The NBL, as Stats Guy alluded to earlier, it starts on Thursday. We have been up to NBL Blitz at the Gold Coast. Stats Guy and I watched literally every single team.
Awesome, yeah.
We've also written a big sort of breakdown, betting breakdown for news.com.au based on what we saw. Melbourne United to win the NBL title, $5.50. Best value, I think, at the moment for the best looking team, for the team that won NBL Blitz. Probably looked the most coherent and cohesive too. I also like Perth to make the grand final at $2.90. I feel like you can't go wrong.
It's not bad, yeah.
You went
it's a bit
year
short,
by year.
But, yeah.
You just go, Perth to make the grand final. You're coming out ahead most times. That's just what Perth do.
They got the biggest crowd.
They always go to the finals. Yep. They tend to make grand finals.
Well.
But United just look deep. They look talented. And they looked really well coached. So, like United a lot. And this comes from no real, I don't know, place of fandom either, because I don't really look. I would happily go for the Southeast Melbourne Magic Phoenix.
Yeah, I support them, but they're not that good at the moment.
Either way, United $5.50 for the title. Other best bet though for the NBL, most losses. Radelaide.
Yeah,
they stink. I love my man Jason Kadee. Got a bit of time for Mitch McCarron, Isaac Humphries. All of them actually friends of the NBA Australia show.
Yeah,
they've all been on the program.
There you go.
Unfortunately, they're not going to be very good this year, I think.
They are now no longer friends of the show.
Sorry, gentlemen. Return your T-shirts. But I'm all over this Adelaide team. They just sort of look like the most messy. You've got Trenton Flowers as well. They're really super talented, highly touted.
He's got a bit of way to go there.
But he's still very raw. And you feel like the floor should be higher than it looked, because you do have like the pretty good, handy Mitch McCarron, Kadee backcourt.
Some of them are a bit older now though as well.
But there's not a giant amount of shooting. Unless Kadee goes off for like 5 threes, like Humphries, it's like, sure, he's a good NBL center, but can he carry a team? It's like a bit weird. Brisbane's not a bad look for most losses either at $5 their Stats Guy.
Yeah, they don't have shooters as well.
The
but
shooting is a big problem.
Bigs can dominate. Yeah,
but also you could also just see Illawarra stinking up the joint.
I was about to say, I'm literally looking at last year's table. I was like,
Illawarra were pretty bad.
Still there, but it's Illawarra.
I think Illawarra,
they lost 25 games last year.
Yeah,
they are the West Coast.
They recruited pretty well.
They do have a pretty solid roster though this year, whereas last year it felt very like
NBL is weird. You could change half your team in one season.
Yeah. So Adelaide or Brisbane, I think, for the most losses where I'd land. $2.80 for Adelaide, $5 for Brisbane. Alex.
I was going to say, do you want me to go?
Actually, if you're going to talk NBL, go.
I'm just going to back up. Yeah, the most losses for Adelaide I really like. I think while we were there, they went 0-3 in the preseason in that blitz. I know it's only the preseason, but they put out a pretty strong team.
Anytime you cut your
and I was about to say that,
Jamal Franklin, like after 2 of the 3 preseason games, you go, we don't ever want to see the 3rd game of preseason. We just want him out now.
Yeah, they just got rid of him.
All right, that's not a great sign.
So he was a big signing, and then as you mentioned, I think
probably didn't want to live in Adelaide in fairness.
Yeah, fair enough. But $2.80 I really like. Yeah, multiple players released as you just mentioned. Yeah, the odds dropped dramatically as soon as they got rid of Franklin as well. And then having a look at a bit more of a lighter side, NBL MVP Mitch Creek. I know he's the favourite at $4.33, which is quite short, but I really think
if his name was River, I'd back him. Yeah, River's more powerful than Creek.
Yeah, do you reckon? Wolf Creek, he goes wide. It's pretty.
Rivers.
Yeah, Mitch Rivers. Yeah, Mitch Rivers.
Trent Rivers.
He made the All NBL first team last season. Think he can do it all with his scoring, rebounding, passing, even for a bigger guy. And he's improved his shooting from 3. Just the last couple of years, he's been taking more 3. So I really like that as an overall player for MVP. I think you mentioned as well, Jim, sort of his last moments in his career that he probably can go for the MVP. So I think he's going to be going, as you would say, hammer and tongs for this award. And I think the Phoenix really rely on him. As soon as he came off in the blitz, they couldn't score. They were passing in clutch moments was absolutely horrible. So I think he's going to play most of the games, every game. And he's going to run the offense and defense on that team. So I'm just going to go him at $4.33 for the MVP.
The age thing, it's sort of at your.
I don't actually know how old he is,
sort of few years at your absolute peak of your powers kind of vibe. So
yeah.
He's at his peak.
And there's not enough super talent on that Phoenix side that's going to get him over the line in games. I think Tyler Cook got the award for the best player in the Blitz, but I don't think he's going to have massive stat lines like Creaky.
Big Sauce,
he's coming back.
But I think Creaky is the just standout on that team.
They pass it to him as much as they can. So
nice one. So that's $4.33 for MVP.
I just reckon I know that's short, but I genuinely, first 2 games, even after Thursday night, when he gets close to a triple-double or something, I reckon he's going to drop in odds. So
nice one. Alex.
Europe to win the Ryder Cup this week, $2. Americans are favourite at $1.95. I don't know why, given the Europeans have won the last 6 in Europe. The Americans haven't won the Ryder Cup in Europe since 1993. The European team, the main players there. Johnny Rahm, Roy McIlroy, Hovland, Matt Fitzpatrick and Tommy Fleetwood. Let's go.
That's
the boys
a good
at
team.
home. Let's go Europe!
Yeah, it's tough, America.
And the tie's $13. There hasn't been a tie like when I was looking going back like forever. So,
How often is the Ryder Cup? This might be
every 2 years.
2 years, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a very good Europe team. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Like America's is not bad, but the fact that they haven't won in Europe for 30 years.
Yeah.
Just like back the home team, baby. Back the home team. They, in fairness, the Americans did smash Europe last time. I think it was in Wisconsin. It was like, yeah, they whipped them. But in Europe, let's go the Europeans.
That starts Friday morning our time?
Thursday,
night?
Friday, something like that.
Yeah. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.